We now return to Let's Play SimCity. I just plopped down a bunch of buses. I plopped down educational buses and I rearranged sort of the city buses. It turns out, actually, a lot of these buses were getting many passengers. There were quite a number of people, in fact. Thousands sometimes out here. But I think I've sort of put them around in locations where now it'll be more effective and perhaps more useful. And this is, of course, is anticipating that we're going to be moving this all down. So anyway, hopefully that will make things a little bit better. We've shaved off 5 minutes. That's not bad, right? Anyway, so today I think we're going to focus on attempting to get all of these people in. Now I know there's no shopping for them, but I think we're just going to come in here and rearrange this stuff. That'll also allow me to knock out these parks a little bit too. So, of all the park designs that I've made here, I mean, this one fits really nicely. Small field. Let's look at the land value for a little bit here. Yeah, they've all got this sort of mix in here. I don't think, actually, let's turn that off. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we'll get rid of this horrible skate park. Actually, what we're going to do first is get rid of some very valuable homes, which is unfortunate. Eminent domain, and then we're going to recreate that. So that is this park up against the wall. That is the big pavilion. That is the basketball court. And it is the pond. Where's the pond? Pond. Up against the side. Now, maybe, though, we can change that up a little bit. We shouldn't, though. I shouldn't mess with it. Because, well, actually, one thing I can do here. I might be able to... Nope, because that's... No, stop. Maybe I gotta go into this one. Then I can add the pond a little bit closer. And maybe I can still get a playground in there. Let's line it up to the path. It doesn't line up to the path. Of course it doesn't line up to the path. Why would it line up to the path? That'd be stupid. Okay, well, maybe we can at least get it a little bit closer out this way, and then I can go in here and add a playground? Not so. Of course not. If I wonder if I could put the... Well, whatever. I mean, maybe not whatever, because now it leaves a terrible looking gap that I can't really... I don't think I can fill that in with trees. I don't think it's going to anyway. It's definitely not. It's definitely not filling in. So, just so we don't have this horrific looking gap, we're going to be getting rid of that pond. Come out and put the pond back in. Stop. We've got water issues. And we'll be putting that like right here. That's fine. Can I still put a strip of nature in there? Of course I can't. Because of that, probably. Okay, well anyway, so then, what's my water issue here? We are in a deficit. Okay, well I can put more water down. Can I get... Oop, I can put one just out here. I mean, there's nothing else going out here. So we may as well, right? If there is going to be something else, then we can just add it out there later. We've got a lot of water actually available in this town. The water table is very good, which I enjoy. And anyway, now we've got to get back to the actual matter at hand. Barbecue. Okay. And then we're going to get rid of this one as well. And this one. Because we're going to add back in more residential, because we're going to then be coming in, let go, and then add another strip here of medium density. Now I realize that because these are currently higher land value, that they will, in fact, turn into condos right away, and then they're all going to be abandoned because they're not going to have enough. And it's actually not enough to begin with. That park is something I had wanted to eliminate, actually. These now have not enough of that wealth, so maybe getting rid of this for an actual higher wealth building is what I needed to do. Get in here for a moment, get rid of that, and then we do need to go in and look for something more medium wealth. We could just add another boring park to it, or we can add maybe skate park. We could add the skate park in. The skate park. Okay. So add that in. That extends it just a little bit. Hopefully not so much that that becomes an issue there. Okay, so then if I want these, because I want these to be part of it, we'll have to put something along the side there, which could be, in this case, one of these nature park. Maybe not. Why can't you go on the outside? You can go on the outside there, but not here. These little nature... Okay, those do work there. They don't do it very well. They don't do a whole lot. Okay, what about a big park? Okay, oh my goodness, that has quite the radius. But I should actually have like a neighborhood park of some kind. I've wanted to put them down, so we'll put a community park kind of out here. Do you think maybe if I put it on this block, does that actually fit inside of a block? Of course it doesn't. If I put it right about here, we'll put it a little bit closer. Well, let's put it here. Okay, that should possibly, now it's extending this too much. God damn it. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if there's a condo in between all that, but... Well, anyway. And then we're going to do soccer field. Actually, that would have been... Put a sports park along the backside. Maybe we can just let that one be, and then... So I do want to get rid of these. So that pulls it back a little bit more. Okay. Well, I got an idea here then. So we'll get rid of this. We'll put the community park. Where was that? Come back. City park, community park. We'll put that back in here. Okay, cool. And then I would actually like to have a sports park. I would like to have a baseball field somewhere, because we don't have any in the city. It's too bad there's not an actual baseball stadium. Oh, I didn't even bother to see, if I get that a little bit closer. How about I didn't bother to see... Now it's scheduled for tomorrow. It still didn't go on? Has it really... Oh, no. Okay, so we're 7 minutes from midnight. And the bombs are falling, and we're gonna... What is that? That's nothing is what that is. Really? Bus stops provide low land value? I guess maybe they would in that kind of residential area because of the traffic volume, but anyway. Oh look, I never got rid of that. Okay, and this never needed that, so okay. Anyway, back to what I was doing before I completely forget myself here. Put that down, and that does extend it now. Let go. It extends it now to that place. Hopefully enough that this would now be considered completely medium wealth. That's good. So let's let that go for a while, and now see how this works. Okay, these are just out of the radius, as it looks. They're just out of the radius, but I'm hopeful. Well, it never would, though, would it? Because they're not going to be medium density. These are increasing their density, so there's just going to be a few awkward homes. That's fine, though. I mean, that does actually happen. You see that. I wish I could have gotten it in there. I wish these would just push over just a little bit. It's kind of annoying. So that's good there. And then what about this? So this was all that low wealth. That's fine. That is also fine. These will eventually, hopefully, become something. They are. They're all pushing in. Good. So we'll push that out, and then we will work to get these kind of pushing up. We're going to have to put some parks here because we want these to also be medium wealth. So what are we doing here? Okay, now we've got a lot of those. We don't have enough low value or medium value commercial. So we're going to have this become medium value. And we're going to lower that down, and we're going to come in here, and we're going to pick... Well, unfortunately, we're in the same little bit of a pickle here, because this just doesn't work the way I would like it to. Because it's just not going to work. There's nothing really good that I can put in here to change how that works, unless I just put a park of some type. I suppose raising land value also works with, say, an inner city skate park. With buildings, I mean, obviously we see what the what this has done for me here. These are not... Those are medium wealth, but they're not medium density. They're all vacant. Why are they vacant? We have need for them. That's annoying, actually. We do have need for it, so there's no need for that. These are medium wealth. Well, that's medium wealth. Okay. So maybe if I put... Well, if I put parks there and parks there, we'll get it, but it won't necessarily get over to here, which is kind of where we need it. I could put a park back here of some nature. That just kind of helps with that theme. These guys are actually using the bus stop to do what? Checking out the sights. Okay. Apparently we've got sights over here. We've got shit tons of traffic, I do know that. My God! Where are you all coming to? They're all going to college, because I added extra space for the community college. Excellent. Well, in that case, it appears that we can now upgrade this road. Although I honestly don't know why they're not using the other alternative roads. Anyway, we may as well just do the rest of these medium as well, since this is kind of the area into... Maybe we'll just kind of break it off like that. This is going to be a high traffic area anyhow. Okay, cool. So over here, this is where we really gotta start putting some things down. So we'll be, I guess, removing more parks, which in turn should improve the grief. How we doing anyway? Preparing. The event is at 8. So we'll see how much money we make from our expo center. I can't believe that's all you get to edit in there. A lot of tourists. A lot of tourists. We made profit yesterday, so this must be a daily show then. It's putting on a sporting event every night. Kinda cool, kinda cool. But at least we're making money off of it, that's good. Okay, so where are we at here? Where are we at? Should we start tackling that? There is demand now for high wealth. Planes! Please! Where is this air pollution coming from? It can't possibly be coming from this. I mean, I know it can, because it's dirty industry still, but what I mean is, like, that much air pollution? Out of 6 buildings? Surely it's not all blowing off of that. If anything, this should all be coming into these guys. No wonder they have so many health problems. It should all be blowing off into them. Maybe... It was just an optical illusion. I don't know. Anyway, so this should now be working its way back, which is helpful. Okay, so we got to get this. These ones need to be upgraded. So, That means like here and here. That's not actually useful to these guys. Putting one here would be useful to them. Putting one here would be useful to them. I can always add stuff to the outside to pick up the rest of these guys. And that's fine. This is actually a very nice community park out here, right by the train tracks, where all the kids can go play. Perfect. So what? How do I want to do it? If I'm gonna get them to stretch beyond one block, because this really does just pretty much extend to one radius there. You can go a little bit further, but it really kind of just doesn't go beyond that, does it? Look at all the people. There's a lot of foot traffic in this town. Clearly, I don't have very good public transportation. There's taxis in here, isn't there? I thought I saw taxis. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of something else entirely. Could put streetcars in, but to put in streetcars you have to have this high density, which means these are going to be bigger buildings, and I don't necessarily want them to be bigger buildings, although I guess they could be. But I kind of didn't want the high density stuff there, but then we could at least get streetcars. Like I said, I do want streetcars to be going around this way. What's your deal down here? Oh yeah, I never got around to making you higher density, or higher wealth. Looks like this could probably become an upgrade. I don't know why I'm putting it off. I need to go back over there and just put in some parks. Stop pussyfooting around. There's another main thoroughfare for you guys. Cool. Okay, so I have not seen any balloons come off of this. It says it's working, but there's been no visitors. There's now a bus stop here. I don't know why no one's coming. Broke, looking for a job. Oh, now we got way too many. Okay, well, shit. And they're all going to be building up now, because I've reduced their, yeah, now we got way too many. So maybe now we should be doing some high densities. These guys are actually waiting for it. Well, some of them are. Get a high density factory out here. I'm a little nervous to do that, to be completely honest with you. I don't know if putting a high density here is gonna, because these guys are also touching this road that might just, maybe I should just put industry back in. That would be kind of the easy way out of this, wouldn't it? Let's put another little piece of industry right in there. Although, like I said, if I put it in here, although because of this wowie, it's not gonna give me a long one, and I'd have to put it in high density anyway to do that. But that's about my quickest way to get jobs, and this is all unsatisfied for the medium wealthers. Okay, this city's got a few problems. We need to kind of pause here and start maybe tackling those. This is all unsatisfied, low wealth commercial, though. How are these not enough? I guess maybe that means I'll just have to put in some backsplash there. We want these to upgrade their value. Okay, so this is all medium wealth out here. Let's just finish off this whole area. And then we will just finish that off with commercial. So we'll have a nice little commercial district out here. Cool. Back over to here. So I need to make a decision here. If I put it here, that gets that radius, and then I suppose I'll be putting in probably some kind of high wealth plazas and whatnot to make this all build up out here. So that'll be fine on its own there. So put here, and then that gets one there, and then that probably gets one. Maybe if I put it here, because we do need this to be some medium. So here and here. And I guess I can put a medium here of some sort, some variety, because that'll be medium. But if I want these to be high wealth, then I'll have to put the high wealth here, which will probably build into it. So put a high wealth here. Okay, so this needs to go, but it doesn't need to be too much, because otherwise it'll go out. So let's talk about maybe Those are too small, but these will work. We can maybe put one right in the middle, and then maybe put something out on the outsides. Let's try that. So put that there, and then we'll do, I don't know, sports parks are really... Man, they just need more options for this stuff. Really. Because there's only so much of this that you can actually use. I suppose I can put in basic stuff. This doesn't work. You can't do this. It's got to go on one side or the other. These little parks, they do work. These parks also work. Okay, so we'll put in a nature trail along this road, right in there. And then we'll put in a basic field park right there. We'll go back to nature, and we'll put in, we can't put that in. We can put in a pond in. Boring as that is. Put that in. Can we put in one of my barbecue pits? Probably could have if I moved that stupid thing over. One of my little favorite barbecue pits. There we go. And then you've just got this horrible gap in here, which you can't put that in because now I've got the picnic bench blocking that off. Oh. Maybe we'll get lucky. Oh, we're definitely putting them in the dog park. That's fine. Well, in that case, let's fake it with a couple of these trees. And we'll get that there and that there, and hey, okay, cool. So, hopefully that'll raise land value in that area. And then we got to come over here and put it here so that it gets all of this. Yeah, put one in there. Okay, so now we'll be going to the flowery park. The flower park. Try and build that up a little bit differently that way. It looks like it's building into this. I don't want it to push out into that one too much, and I'm afraid it will. But it is kind of increasing the land value there, so maybe if I can get like a tennis court. I feel like the richer people would be more tennis court oriented. And then for basic, we'll put in like a park, like a kids park, playground park. I don't know, the water park seems like it would be cool, but I don't know. It also doesn't really seem like it fits the theme very well. And then we just got this tiny little home here that's like, what am I doing? That could be like the groundskeeper's park or something, or home, right? The creepy meth trailer at, no, let's get rid of that. We'll just get rid of it. Which is terrible, because I'm sure the land value around that home would be amazing. I want more options for putting things in there. It sucks that I can't just... that it's got to be different types. You know? Like, because this is a park that I can't put in nature, and that I can't... Hey, we can put in another barbecue pit. Or we can actually get a playground that's going to be facing right into the fence and make it very difficult to actually get in there. Or more of this, just more regular playgroundy equipment. How about a Foursquare? We never use these. Foursquare. Awesome. Okay, and then there's just going to be a gap in here, so we'll maybe try and force it to have some trees. I doubt it will. And then we'll come out here along the road, and we'll put in a couple of these, and it's not going to go anywhere, so we're just going to leave it as is right there. Okay, cool. So there's that park, and while we're at it, since we're going to try and increase the value of this area, we'll let this go. We're also just going to give everyone, at the very least, low density. There we go. Townhouses. Precisely what we should have in this neighborhood. And it kind of bisects that. I'm hopeful that the land values will increase a little bit further along there. Is that a developing one? It looks like it. And I'm thinking that we will, because we can kind of see this is already causing... What is that? What happened here? There's some horrible... Oh, okay, I thought maybe there was like a traffic accident or something. I was going to zoom in and hopefully get a first-hand look at that, but apparently not. Back to this. This is also how we deal with the worker shortage. Or the unemployment, I should say. We got too many low wealthers, so we have to turn them into medium wealthers. Land value is not increased for those guys. How that's possible, I'm not at all sure. It's just not enough for them? It doesn't appear to be enough. So one of these I've got to get rid of, and maybe... Is there something I could add there, though? Just aside from another park, not really. So that's got to be more valuable, unfortunately. Shit. Well, we'll have to do something with that. Or maybe make this push a little harder, or maybe I can put something here that pushes it. I really don't want this to become a townhouse, but it could be. I guess there's no reason to. We don't have to completely segregate each of our blocks. They can be a little bit of mixtures in and out. That would be fine, I suppose. Is that a commercial building? It is. Is this commercial? I guess I did put a block of commercial in behind this, didn't I? Yeah. They really want me to increase density. I really don't want to increase density. I mean, if I was just splashing it down, then yes, that would be one thing, but this is... Go away. This is sort of my roleplay city, so I want it to look a particular way. Speaking of which, let's come to the mayor's house and see what it's like. It's blurry out there. It's blurry out there, but there is definitely a wall. That's kind of a weird look, actually. Walling the city off. And then you come up a little bit. Yeah, this will develop. This will develop out here, but it's kind of looking cool. There's still a lot of empty spaces here, but again, we'll fill that in. We'll get it all good to go. The park is, well, it's not making much money today, but the day just started. And how's our airport? 40 tourists, nobody waiting. So, do we need more? Do we need more passenger terminal? Increase airport's capacity from rinky-dink to something more respectable. Allows private jet flights or high-wealth tourists, and large passenger planes with medium-wealth tourists. Send your city's industrial freight out on cargo planes. Oh, cool. Well, sadly, we don't really have any freight to get rid of. I mean, you're not complaining about that, are you? Freight shipments are making huge profits. That's good. They really want to become something bigger. I kind of want to make that happen. But again, then the jobs are like... exploding. Event blimp. Awesome. Current payout. We're not making much money. We're losing a lot of money, it looks like. But it said we were making profit, though, right? Yeah, we're getting tourists. Well, profit yesterday. Can you not? So why do I have to go in here to see it? I don't know. It was making profit, though. My last event profit made no money. But it said I made profit. I don't know. We still got a ways to go. Those townhouses, unfortunately, the townhouses themselves don't push enough. Maybe I'll have to get rid of that small field and actually replace it with another park. I just don't want that to then push that, but it might. Let's just do it right now. And it's going to have to be one of the same boring parks. But we'll do it. We'll make it happen. Kind of push it this way, maybe? There we go. That pushed it just enough. Good. So now we'll come in here. Oh, good grief. And we'll take these street trees. Let's kind of compensate for the lack of greenery on this side now. Cool. Awesome. So that will hopefully start developing those into townhouses, as I'd originally wanted. And we still are mostly worried about... Got a ton of students. They're all having to go out of town, so maybe I'll put down a school for them too. This college, we're not teaching at full capacity. I don't know. Whatever. Hopefully we can start doing more touristy stuff. I guess get that casino up in here. Up in here. Yeah. We'll probably have to do my secondary casino, because if I want to be able to unlock these others, which I do, so we're going to need that gambling casino headquarters, and then we can start looking at some of these other big guys to put along the waterfront. Although now that airport kind of takes that in, maybe I'll have to push it over a little bit and get the road changed here so we can tear some of those out. I imagine there'll be a lot of tearing down and rebuilding and all that stuff. That airport, though, that is kind of close to this. I'd wanted it kind of over here because you don't want your planes flying over buildings and shit, but maybe we'll just do that. Maybe we'll knock these out, push this down. I wonder if that runway, that might not be... Might have to push it here so I can expand out that way and then get it to... I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm going to end this one here. I'll see you next time.